Friends, how are you doing? Going right into two other stocks that I'm pretty obsessed with, and I think there's a lot of people that are probably feeling the same way. So I'm going to go right into Qbts, D-Wave here, Quantum. Listen, I think this stock is going to, I think this is a FOMO stock. And I don't mean that's not a mean statement. That's not a negative statement. I like FOMO, if you know me. But I think it's a lot of things. It's a lot of people don't want to miss out. It's a lot of unknown, what could be, growing at a fast rate. Hey, they're making a lot of money. Their last quarterly was insane growth. New quarterly about to come out. Don't know what we're about to see here. And the stock is rising at an unbelievable pace right now because people are like, I think I better just get in here and make a position. So chum is in the water, sharks are in the water, and this stuff is getting ate up like crazy right now. I'm excited about this stock 100%. I've been following this stock since it's been $3-4, and it's a situation that is still very much in the early stages of where I think this may be going. Quantum computing in general, I dare say D-Wave here is kind of the leading the way here when it comes to quantum computing stocks with the attention of the market. And it should be, because it's really changed the tide here this year so far with revenue, with the stock price, everything. And I think there's going to be two built-in pillars of price that go into here with D-Wave. There's going to be over here the actual finances, the revenue, and like I said, the next Q2 is about to come out here, and if they beat, do whatever, what they did last time, do another 15 million, maybe they do 16, 17 million, another revenue here, maybe they beat the last revenue was 15 million. Maybe they do this one at 16 million. What does that tell us? That tells us that they are in a whole new stream of revenue, which is going to keep the stock price and drive it up more with more expectation. So this it could be expensive here. So the other pillar to with this is that it's hype, it's FOMO, that people are like, I don't want to miss out. I think I need to be a part of this. I mean, you look at HIMS, like HIMS is a great example, how fast that stock is growing because their quarterlies have just been like boom, 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 boom. And people are like, oh my God, like what's going on over here? So, D-Wave could be somewhat in that position right now. And, man, investors are hungry right now for tech stocks. In D-Wave, quantum computing right now, I mean, this is its own island right now of people that are in this. So it's very much this situation of, it's unknown territory for the stock market of where this could go. We don't have a whole lot of history with quantum computing companies stocks just like leading the way in the stock market. So this is pretty fun to be a part of, honestly. It's this whole new thing, when you tell people like, yeah, I invest in a quantum computing stock, and people, quantum computing, what's quantum? Now, obviously, I am just a dirty, filthy stock investor who loves the stock market and is obsessed with it. So I am not a teacher in any way, shape, or form to teach you on quantum computing. I am a moron when it comes to that stuff, but hey, I know it's the future, people like it, and I'm going to be a part of it 100% when it comes to the finances and watching it and being obsessed with that. So, with this right now, quantum D-Wave here, quantum computing is now it's almost a $20 stock. Okay, we pretty much have hit $20. And right now, today obviously was a banging day for the market. Tomorrow looks like it might be another banging day for the market because the futures that are going into the market tomorrow, into the European market, everything, they're high right now. With that, $25, $30 is probably a very realistic situation. If $30, I do believe, and I'll follow my sword here if not, but if they beat this quarterly again with another high revenue stream coming in here this Q2, we're going to 30. There's no doubt about it. By the end of the year, at least, this is going to be a $30 stock. I think that's pretty clear. Listen, when you have this much growth coming out of a company that, this time last year was making 1 million, 1.5 million, 2 million. Ooh, maybe we hit 2.5 million. Now they went from that to 15 million, maybe 18 million. Who knows? We're hoping. This is what is radically changing the stock price, the future, what could be, and really driving up aggression in the stock right now with investors. So, I would not bet against what's going on right now. Okay, I don't know. I don't think this is going to be a one-hit wonder, so to speak. Even if D-Wave here comes out with this next quarterly, and let's just say they just have another 10 million, $15 million revenue. That's still quite amazing. That's pretty amazing, and it tells us that we're keeping this revenue stream. But like I said before, if they do beat revenue again, it's telling us that they're in this new revenue stream, but two, they're still in a growth pattern. That in that growth pattern, that's what really drives up price. That's why Palantir's going so crazy right now, because Palantir investors are trying to keep up with how fast the revenue, the stock, everything's growing. Not to mention they just keep getting deals. So yeah, I'm pretty obsessed with what's going on over here in Qbts land. I think you need to watch it 100%. It's very interesting what is happening with this stock, and it has built these fundamental pillars of stock price in it. This may never be a $10 stock again. Those days may be gone. This may be a $15, $20 stock at this point. And like I said, if this next quarterly comes out really banging like the last one, we're keeping the stock price where it's at right now. We're going to start chipping away here in the $20, $25 zone, and maybe progressing more than that. It's exciting. And just kind of ending on Hood here, we've got quarterlies coming up with Robinhood. This stock is growing so much right now. It is insane how fast the stock is growing because of everything that's going on with it. So, April, we had that huge sell-off here with Robinhood. This was a $40 stock just weeks ago. Okay. But since then, a lot has changed with Robinhood. Robinhood came out here and saying, we're going to transform ourselves into a bank as well. We're really focusing on our bank sector. We want to, we're talking about bank stuff, loans, all that kind of stuff. So that has changed the formula once again with Robinhood. A company that started off as a trading platform is now, hey, we're a top contender in the banking world. Well, I don't want to say top contender yet, but they're getting there. They're definitely a top contender with what's going on over in SoFi. So Robinhood here is growing in growth, and obviously it's a very popular stock. There's a lot that helps the situation of what's going on over here. Obviously revenue, they hit $1 billion. They're not the last quarterly, but the quarterly before that, they hit over $1 billion quarterly. That got a lot of people's attention. But they're still very much up in this high revenue stream to 900 million to maybe the new quarterly that's coming out. Maybe we go right back into $1 billion zone. Who knows? But nonetheless, Robinhood's keeping this position where it's at right now with revenue. So The question is, we're in new territory right now with Robinhood, and it's really hard to say where it's going to fall from here. The market's hot, and there's certain stocks that are just keeping pacing right now with the market, and have a lot of stuff attached to it, and Robinhood's one of those. It has hype. It has the lust of investors right now. People are excited about it 100%. And I think too, from what I've seen out there, is that a lot of people are buying Robinhood for long-term play. They're buying it for their Roth IRAs, their retirement. Robinhood is very much getting into this zone of, it's going to be a top contender, very much a predator for other banks in the future. 100%. That's happening. And that's why I love SoFi and I love Robinhood, what they're doing right now. And they're obviously, they're contenders with each other right now, but they're doing these things that they're doing these elements that other banks aren't doing. This is why SoFi and Robinhood aren't focusing on brick and mortar stores. Like, we got to build a bank here. We got to build a bank there. You're not seeing that. What they're focusing on is their software, their application, their tech, and it's really paying off for them 100%. So as they keep with this this business model, the bread and butter of what they do, and talking about Robinhood specifically here, it's going to continue to grow. This is I mean, there's people every day not only getting credit cards with them, opening trading accounts with them, but too, Robinhood's becoming a bank. People are starting accounts with them. They're saving. That's something you've been able to do, but people are saving money with them. So this is why they're growing at a very fast rate. It's a very, very wanted and popular stock to have right now. So I don't really want to break down a candlestick chart. What more or less what I'm focusing on right now with Robinhood is what they're doing business wise. And what they're doing is working. And that is going to really continue to drive the stock price. I'm going to be totally honest with you. I would not be shocked to see 8 months from now, Robinhood be at $130 to $150 stock. I really wouldn't. I just wouldn't. With everything they're transitioning into right now, with what they're doing, where the market's going, with rate cuts probably in the near future, very soon. I wouldn't be shocked to see this continue to run into this market. I just wouldn't. I wouldn't bet against this situation whatsoever. Friends, I'm going to stop yapping here. I wish everyone the best of luck. I really do mean that. Thank you so much for subscribing to this channel. I think both these stocks are fundamentally things that we're going to be talking about 5 years from now. Both these stocks, I think they have high potential into the future. I think that these are going to be stocks that you're going to be glad that you paid attention to. I think, too, Robinhood has such a good lengthy, history right now. We know fundamentally it's going to be here to stay. It's proven itself at this point that it is worthy of, a future with the stock market, with investors. And I think that's being seen at this point. D-Wave here, 100%. I do believe that it is proving itself more. I'm sure there's still a lot of investors that are more like cautious at the win. I get it 100%. It's a new territory for investors for the stock market. But I think we're going to start, there's always a theme in the market. There's always a theme. This year, it's a lot more software driven. Next year, it might be quantum computing stocks. And this might be the year where you look back next year and you go like, thank God I bought quantum computing, D-Wave here at $20. And I thought I was going crazy then. Thank God I bought it. Who knows? We've all had those moments in the market. And if not, you're going to have those sooner or later as you continue to invest in the market. So it's a great feeling. Friends, take care of yourself. I'm shutting up now. I'm done. Take care. Bye-bye.